Some feelings again.
All right, yes, sir. We're back at it. It is your boy, Seize the Bear, and I'm rocking with the legend, Mr. Antonio Davis. And this is the yes, sir. And this is the Legend in the Bear Pod, and we're back at you with some more Who You Got. So today we're talking about resumes. We're talking about Hall of Fame. We're talking about gold jackets. We're talking about statues. We're talking about busts. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about immortality. So, as far as me and you were having a discussion, and of course, the Warriors dynasty, it's coming to an end, right? It's coming to an end. So we already know the greatest shooter of all time in the NBA is definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. But when it comes to
one of the greatest shooters.
One of the greatest shooters. Okay.
Gotta straighten y'all out again.
One of the greatest shooters. He kind of earned it. He earned it. He earned the throne in this era. In this era.
This hyperbole. Every time somebody do something in this current
era
NBA, you all lose your mind.
In this era, in the modern era.
No question about it.
In the modern era. All right. So cool.
I'm here to hurt these Golden State Warrior fans. I'm going to hurt y'all feelings.
All right, so first up, Draymond Green, Hall of Famer.
Oh, here you go.
He's a Hall of Famer.
No way. Not even close. Since when we started having the Hall of Good or the Hall of Very Good, because that's as high as he can go. Very good, maybe, if you like that, what he does.
Okay, so a lot of people, whenever people critique Draymond putting up those triple singles, a lot of people say you just don't see the triple singles. He's putting up. He'll put He'll put up 7.6 rebounds.
And what you saying?
And I know I'm not bragging about it. I'm just being being a little bit facetious, but still, hey, well, listen up. The basketball minds. They say that you just don't see what he's doing and the connectivity that he's bringing to the Warriors on the court and how he dishes the ball. Steph needs him. He stayed.
He's the blue guy, huh?
Yeah, he got the paper over. They chose him over Klay. So one could say that the Warriors felt like he was more valuable. So what do you have to say about that, sir?
Yeah, I guess he would be on the Warriors Hall of Fame, but that's it.
Whoa.
That guy is close to being an NBA Hall of Famer. Highly overrated. He's not even a top tier all-time defender. Y'all need to stop that foolishness. Defense. Now, I will give you, he's a very intelligent defender. He understands the game on that end of the court. No question about it. But the dude is not Hall of Fame impactful on that end. He's just a very good defender for a limited number of years, may I add. So let's get that straight. He probably was a high-level defender, maybe 3 years, maybe.
It's tough on the body.
What he's looking like now. You can't keep anybody in front of him.
Yeah, he's
all he want to do is knock people down, and y'all and then y'all call that defense. Overrated. Sorry, Warriors fans. Y'all got to come better than that.
What about his playmaking ability?
Very good. He and Steph have a very good connectivity. No question about it. It's high IQ guy, man. I'm not taking away from him. I'm saying he is a good to very good player. No doubt about it.
Okay.
But we say Hall of Fame.
But we're talking about
good, not Hall of very good.
We're talking about championship pedigree,
He's
right?
Not an all-time great. Nothing.
We're talking about championship pedigree, right?
No, I'm sorry. Yes, no, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Yeah, he's an all-time great technical fouls.
Yeah,
he's an all-time great get kicked out the game. He's an all-time great costing his team a series.
Oh, that's tough.
Garbage.
That's tough. I would say the 2016.
He's all-time great.
The 2016 finals is the one big. The one, yes, the 2016 finals is the one big.
He's the best at karate. I might as well call him the Karate Kid. Hiya, because he want to chop people up.
He choke you out too. You got to bring that edge. He's bringing that feeling back. You said that you said that back in the day that the little bit of fisticuffs, there was nothing wrong with a little bit of fight. Now, yeah, exactly. So he's bringing back that. He's a tough guy.
Either.
He's a tough guy. He's bringing back that edge. He's bringing back that. He's
let me say that about him too, with that fake toughness.
You don't think he's really tough? You don't think he's real?
Pay attention to who he's starting the fights with. I didn't see him run up on Kenya Martin.
No, but because he was Leon. He knew what it was. That was crazy. That would have gone nuclear. But he been punching college kids playing pickup, in the off season. He's been doing that. Nurkic, Jordan Poole knocked him out, knocked all his XP points off.
What you're talking about now.
Yeah, little small guys. But also choked out Rudy Gobert. Really gonna say
Rudy
Gobert.
Yeah,
Rudy deserves it.
That's what you just said. Rudy, Fruity.
You still got to get something. I mean,
are you kidding me?
It's light work, but it's still on the resume. It's light work, but it's still on the resume. It's still there.
I said it.
It's there.
Tough guy.
It's there on the resume.
Tell Draymond to come on up here and talk.
Nurkic, you know what I'm saying? He hit Nurkic all crazy. Nobody, He been getting into little chirping battles with everybody. He got a lot to say. Paul Pierce, he told them that they don't love him like that out there.
He run up on him.
Nah, I mean,
run up on KG.
He ain't want no parts. I don't think he want no parts of KG. He ain't want no smoke KG. KG took a little sharp elbow one time, man. I seen him get cold clock too. But I also went to KG's summer camp and had a sandwich. He ate one of my mom's sandwiches actually right next to me. So shout out to KG. Man. Yeah, real the big ticket. That's the guy. That is the guy. That's the guy right there. Real tough guy. He is real tough guy.
Man.
But Draymond just like Draymond's in that vein. Why he can't get that little edge, like the ticket? Why he can't get that little grace? Because
stop.
He shows up. He shows up, doesn't he?
That man is not in consideration for Hall of Fame. He's terrible.
He's definitely the championships alone are going to put him in consideration.
There you go. I'd take Robert Horry over him.
Whoa.
Robert Horry's not a Hall of Famer. He's a good player. I'll take Robert Big Shot Bob all day long.
Hey, that's crazy. I can't even.
Because you're on a dynasty team per se, then you're a mainstay on a dynasty team that makes you a Hall of Famer. Garbage.
I mean, he's a key catalyst for that for that championship
Listen to what
team.
you're saying. He's a key catalyst for his team. That's it. You don't get no.
But when it's a historical team, though, it becomes a different story, and you get more of the benefit of the doubt.
No,
it becomes different. It's a different thing.
Oh, it says a Hall of Fame player. It say anything about no championships and all that. Stop it.
What?
You don't get credit for championships.
What?
Championships don't make you a better player. It means you played on a better team.
But you still
people again. I gotta school them.
But you still
winning championships don't make you a better player.
But
it means you were on a better team.
But you still have to his performance still added on to that, to that championship run.
He was on a better team.
It was important.
He was on a better team.
He guarded 1 through 5 on that run. He would be able to guard 1 through 5 on the.
Man, go watch the film. That guy's overrated.
He went to guard 1 through 5, and I think
he should be thankful. He should be on his knees every night, thinking he got drafted by the Golden State Warriors. Because if he had gone to the wrong team, he wouldn't be in the league.
Oh,
That's how limited he is.
That is actually, is I feel like there are more teams other than maybe a couple different teams that he would have worked on.
Yeah,
But
they would
I understand
skill set, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But there were more teams that couldn't use his skill set than that would. I would agree.
Out the league. Borderline, he's not even NBA talent. He has NBA. He has NBA intangibles.
Yes.
Talent? No, sir.
But see, that adds on to the Lord. That's a blue collar.
It's called
bring your lunch pail to work type of guy. You know, that's what that is. You know, that's what that. Great coach. He spent all that time under Izzo. You know, and then, you know, I'm
still trying to get over Jordan Poole.
Knocked him out.
He ran up on Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole was talking crazy.
You might call him Jordan Poodle. He's so soft.
He was talking crazy during contract time. You know, it was a high pressure. You know, it was a high pressure time.
I'm just saying he ran up on him.
I mean, sometimes, you know, the humbling. You know, sometimes the humbling is there first. You know, yeah, had to KO him, and they leaked it to the press. Somebody leaked that. Nasty work.
I can't
go. All right. So we move on.
You can't convince me that man is a Hall of Famer. Matter of fact, not even borderline. He's not close.
Stop championships, the ships. It's the ships that push him. It's the fact that he was a major. He's a major contributor.
Better basketball player.
Yes, I would agree. Yeah, he's a better. That's tough.
He's better at what you all say Draymond Green should be in the Hall of Fame for. Andre Iguodala's better at that than he is.
Except for
he's a better defender.
Except for maybe the playmaking.
He's a better defender.
I think the Dre's playmaking may be a little bit better.
That's argument with a straight basketball player.
Straight basketball player. Iggy is definitely like that. Especially he had his run where he was the man out in Philly for a little while. Yeah.
Man, he's tough.
He's tough. He is tough. He's tough.
No.
Yeah, and he's done something that Draymond has never done. He basically carried a team. He was the main guy for a team. So that is something to consider. That's wild. No. So if and that's, you know, that's so no, if the question would be, that's tough.
I will be in Springfield protesting.
Okay.
Signs. No, Draymond. No.
Okay, so we move on to Klay then. You know, Klay Thompson, Hall of Famer.
No.
What?
Not even close.
What?
Again, very good. It's not the Hall of Very Good. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Lockdown defender for the first 7 years of his career until he got the ACL injury. He was one of the best shooters to ever touch the league.
Good shooter.
Great shooter. Come on, coach. Great shooter. He's a magnificent shooter.
Great shooter. Y'all so much hyperbole in you new folks.
Great shooter.
Made a couple shots, and now you talking about go look him up.
37 points in a quarter.
Low 40s. Go look him up.
37
low
points.
40s.
That's great. Anything over 40 is over 40. Okay. So what's great? What's great as far as 3-point percentage? What would you say would be okay, great?
40, high 40s plus.
Ain't nobody in the league right now got high 40s plus.
Oh yeah. Go look it up.
It's a few.
Look it up.
It's a few, but those are your specialists. Who right now?
Hyperbole.
I don't know who has
45 is good. 45 to 50, that's not bad. 45, 46, 47, pretty good. 48 and above is great. Yeah.
48 and above.
Average. Y'all claiming Dame Lillard could shoot that joker in the 30s. He's not a great shooter.
He's been on a slump though. He's been on a slump. But the highest in the NBA, the highest 3-point percentage in the NBA was Steve Kerr at 45%. So that has to be the gold standard is 45%.
There was a lot of people over that. There's a
Nah,
lot of more people over there.
Since NBA ABA, it says that 45%, 45.4. Yep. And then Hubert Davis right under at 44.09 as far as 3-point percentage for career. Oh, that's just the career. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's not those
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, for your career, we got to say 45 is a gold standard. Like if you shot 45% from the field from 3, that's a gold standard. And we would say that Klay Thompson is he on that list? Steph Curry's on that list. Who else is on that list? Klay Thompson is on that list, 41%. But he's at the bottom at top 20. But still, he's at 41% 3-point percentage. And that's coming off the.
Don't get me wrong. The guy is a very good player. He has been a very good player. And he was a very good player in his career. No question about it. But my standard for Hall of Fame is just higher than a lot, I guess. I don't think everybody should get in. It should be the best of the best, not the very good.
He was one of the best shooters in the league, though, for at least 8 years. At least.
Guess who else was?
Who?
Kyle Korver. Is that factual or not?
Kyle Korver is also on that list. So
that's why the old man knows what he's talking about. That's why they call me the legend, because I know what I'm talking about.
Kyle Korver is on that list, good
you don't
sir.
Get to
yes,
be on
he
it
is.
Because you a shooter.
Shooter.
Come on. Y'all got to be serious.
That's tough.
It's just contemporary hyperbole. You just pick somebody and you start calling them the best. You start calling them the greatest you ever seen.
But also we got
these young folk don't even know all the players.
We got to talk about performance-wise, right? We got to talk about the performances.
I'm not taking away from him.
But the clutch performances.
Higher, that's all.
Kyle Korver ain't doing this in the finals. He's not doing it in the playoffs. He's not doing it in winning moments.
They sure missed that clutch when LeBron passed to him because LeBron was scared to shoot.
Thank you. I'm just saying.
I forgot y'all saying LeBron was clutch. But I digress. We'll get back to Klay.
LeBron has scored the most clutch baskets in NBA history. So
LeBron passed to George Hill. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
He got a couple. He has a couple of buzzer beaters under his belt. He's got a couple of buzzer beaters under his belt as well. But we'll get back to Klay. We will get back to Klay. Back to Klay.
Klay can knock it down, man. Klay, I like Klay, man. I like him.
Yeah, great shooter. Very great shooter.
I'm just gonna stick with, and I'm adamant about, is not the Hall of very good. Standards too low.
Okay.
Too low for me. That's my opinion.
That's your opinion. Now, you are entitled to your opinion.
Klay's a Hall of Fame. If anybody's saying he is, I'm not saying that's a crazy statement. I'm just saying my standard is higher. It's not like he's garbage or anything. No, never gonna say that about the guy. Draymond is different. Draymond, no way. Not even. Y'all shouldn't even bring up that conversation. Ought to be ashamed of yourself talking about basketball. Klay, okay. If you want to say it, fine. But not for me. The Tracy McGrady's and those players that are very good that could be debated. I don't know. Klay's in the ballpark, but not for me. Not for you.
For you.
Hall of Fame is reserved for the best of the best. I
feel that, but I also think that Klay clutch moments.
It's a great player. Great.
Really,
no doubt about it.
Really been making it happen out here. He's really been making it happen out here.
I'm sorry, Golden State fans. I'm sorry.
I think
you only got one. Well, you had another one, but he left. So I guess if you want to count him, Mr. Durant. So you had two.
Durant. That's a bona fide. That's an easy.
He came in and got you two. So
Durant.
If didn't get hurt, you would have had three. He would have got you another one.
Yeah, that's tough.
Easy
money. Yeah, that's real.
Easy.
That is real. He would have definitely got. But yeah, that's a KD's a top tier Hall of Famer though. That's one of
Russell's a Hall
those
of Famer. Like when you
you
say
can't
it,
got
it's
question
Hall
it.
of Fame.
LeBron
Yes.
James like Hall of
So,
Fame.
yeah,
Like
if you wanna,
so
yeah, like I said, if you're gonna do that, then have tiers and categories because everybody is not on the same level. So those guys you mentioned, they bona fide, no question, nobody can argue.
okay.
If we have to argue the point, then they're not a Hall of Famer to me.
Nobody would be getting in then. I think
Oh yeah, nobody's
yeah.
gonna argue Steph.
Steph's gonna get in, of course. Of
Right,
course
but no
Steph will
one
get
would
in.
argue that. No one can come back with an argument.
I'm trying to think of any are there any like questionable like inductees in the past like few years that you would just feel like people are getting in that shouldn't get in?
Now
Like,
we just had a few. Now some people would argue Chauncey Billups just got in.
and you don't think
Well,
you
some
don't
people would
think,
argue that because again, you're talking about a very good player.
you don't think
We're
Chauncey
talking
should get
about
in?
that same thing, better known as Mr. Big Shot. You're talking about Clutch now. He was
Yeah,
clutch.
he was. So you don't think he should have got in?
Well, again, for me, no, because we're talking the best of the best. But it's that same argument you're having. I would put him in that category we're talking about with Klay. You're talking about a very good player, no doubt about it. I mean, I can't argue that point at all. And I like them both, but they just don't quite meet the criteria. Not quite. That's just me. Again, it's my thing.
I think they're putting stock in the championships. You know what I'm saying? Because
well, again, that doesn't work for me. That just means you played on a great team.
Ray Allen's
somebody else out, place them in that position, and they do the same thing. It's not the player; it's the team.
Okay, well, Ray Allen is a
He's another
Hall of
clutch
Famer.
one.
He's a Hall of Famer also. So
no question to me. That's a no-brainer to me.
You say Ray Allen's a no-brainer?
No-brainer.
But Steph is not. I mean, not Steph,
is.
but not Steph. I mean, Klay, but Klay is not.
Oh gosh, they ain't on the same level. Y'all need to stop that.
Early,
and I'm gonna hurt some other people's feelings too.
About what?
And all subject. These contemporaries.
What happened?
Ray Allen is better than Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is overrated.
Yeah,
Ray Allen underrated. Ray Allen is tough.
Ray Allen was tough. Ray Allen was tough. He was a bucket. He was clutch.
Longevity.
He used to have. Yeah, he used to have bunnies. He used to be, he was a pit bull when he was in Seattle.
For a long time.
That's fair. Ray Allen. That's fair.
Long time. Very underrated.
That's fair.
Very underrated.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
In my opinion. Again, my humble opinion.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's no-brainer.
Ray's a player. Ray's a good player.
But back then, Chauncey, yeah, he was that guy. Very good, clutch, played the game the right way.
Deserves it.
He did the whole thing.
Deserves it.
If we got a tier of the very good, he would be on my tier. If we're going to agree that you have tiers, he would be on my tier in the Hall of Fame on the very good line.
Okay. Who? Chauncey? Who? Chauncey? You said Chauncey?
Yeah, Chauncey, yeah.
Okay, then that's good.
Very good.
But he's still a Hall of Fame, though. He's still a Hall of Famer, though.
If you're going to have that line, not for me. I only want the great line. I don't want the very good line. I want it to be some distinction in this thing. I don't want everybody to be in there. And I guarantee you those guys who are the highest of the high, I bet you within their homes and within their own conversations, they don't like it either.
You say you don't like it either?
They want that distinction. Like, okay. Nah, you can't get up in here. This for the best of the best. So no, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
All right.
But I put him on. I put Chauncey on that. I'll put him on there. Yeah.
Right.
Very good line. Play very good. Yeah, those kind of guys. No problem with that.
Okay. Cool. Then we'll work with that then. We'll work with that. I'll take the very good line, but they still. I feel like Klay's still a Hall of Famer. I feel like he's going to get in. I think he'll get in.
Oh, he's
We'll
gonna get
see.
in. He'll get in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in. That's all I'm talking about. I'm saying he's going to get in. That's all it matters.
That's that contemporary stuff. Let everybody in.
It's the championships. It's not even about that. It's you dominate for it. You dominated for an era. He was on a great team, but he was a main engine of that great team.
Splash Hall of Fame.
Splash Brothers.
Player.
Splash Brothers. Those 30-point nights when in their prime. Problem. They changed the league. They changed the league.
No, I done told you about that. Mark Jackson changed the league.
Mark Jackson and along with their talent changed the league.
No, there were people who could do that before, so they didn't change it. It's not. They only changed it if they're the only people who could do that. They're not.
Those people didn't convince their coach
to be allowed to do it.
But those people didn't convince their coach to give them the green light, like Mark Jackson.
They didn't go and ask. Nobody, no players asked.
Exactly, but Mark Jackson just seen it. He was like, "Oh, they are doing something unprecedented."
Vision.
Go ahead.
People seen all the coaches; they just wouldn't do it. They were stubborn. He had the vision to do it.
Okay, well, we'll put that on him, but they still had to act.
I'm correcting y'all.
They still had to execute, and nobody has executed like they've executed at the clip that they executed.
Plenty of people shoot like that now. Everybody shoots the ball well.
Nah. Not putting up nights that they were. Not putting up nights like they were. They changed the league.
15, 2 for 18 nights I told you about.
There was a few of those.
Y'all don't want to talk about the facts.
It was the hot nights though, the nights that they were cooking in there, that they had Oracle in there.
But that's the argument that the old heads and the old coaches why they don't like it, because they don't like those nights. Yeah, so it's fine to shoot like that if you shoot like that consistently, but the other reason is because they also take bad shots. So that contributes to those low percentage nights, the shot selection.
Yes, that does contribute sometimes.
Yeah, because if Steph was out there just shooting good shots, his percentage would be higher actually. But he shoots a lot of bad shots. So that's why he has those nights. There's never been anybody born. Got to school the young people again. Got to school the youngsters. There's never been a human being ever that could shoot bad shots and have a high percentage. There's never been one built. There's never been one. No one can shoot bad shots and have a high percentage. My percentage was only high because I didn't take bad shots. If I shot them kind of shots, then my percentage would have been lower. It's really that simple.
That's real.
No, that's real.
That's real.
I was allowed to take those kind of shots. My percentage would have been lower. There's no way you can have a high percentage shooting bad shots. Never been anybody invented.
You right. You right on that.
Just gotta school them sometimes. I gotta give them the knowledge.
That's fair. That's fair. Good shots are key. So
absolutely.
All right. So who is the last guy that we were going to talk about? I'm trying to think of his name.
Well, we mentioned Tracy McGrady, who
T-Mac.
Like people like, kind of some of the kind of in the middle of that old new school kind of player, where some people a little older would remember, and then some of the younger people now would remember as well, whether they caught him at the end or perhaps they're, with the video, era.
He's in there.
Highlight dude. He created a lot of highlights. He just played that kind of ball. So some would argue that maybe he was a very good but not great. But for, a window, he was one of the best scorers in the league for a window.
I think that he was a great, but injury hampered him from really being and solidifying that to where it was unquestioned.
Great scorer, great player.
I feel like before he got hurt, he was a great player. He rebounded, he passed the ball. He was an all-around player. He was a good player because he was long.
I don't have an
So
issue
he would defend. He would defend and all that. Like T-Mac was that guy before he got hurt.
Yeah.
And
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter was nice too.
He's no brainer for you.
Nah, he's not a no-brainer for me.
See? So you wouldn't put him in
I would put I'll put T-Mac above Vince.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because Vince, when Vince was in his prime, he didn't care. And then when he got older, then he started to care more. But it's like, bro, like when he was that dude, it just didn't like, it was like, what are we doing here? Every night he should have been going out and getting 30. Every night. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think he, yeah, I think maybe that was the best that he had. I don't know, but I just felt like it wasn't like he left it all out there on the court like every night. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he cared every night. Like he would provide you highlights. I'd give you that. But as far as like T-Mac, especially like when T-Mac was in Houston, he took ownership over that team. Like in every night, like he was competing. They were like, he cared. You could tell that he cared. Some nights you wouldn't be able to tell Vince cared. It was, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but it just ain't, I don't know. I always felt like I didn't see no holes in his game. So I always felt like, man, he should have done more. He should have been more. Because he had the ups, but he could also shoot the 3-ball. He was a good 3-ball shooter. I felt like, defender, he could lock in. I just didn't understand it. He was just one of those guys. He was like, he was just one of those guys for me. Like a really good player though, like you say. But I wanted him to be great. Like I wanted him to be
I can understand what you're saying.
I wanted him to be like a household name. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it was ever a time when you could say Vince Carter was like a top 3 player in the league.
Okay.
Is there? Because you could say that about T-Mac.
Maybe could argue it for a little bit. Maybe.
Top 3?
Maybe for a little window. Maybe. Argumentative.
Because even when Vince left Toronto, right? I mean, even when T-Mac left Toronto and he was in the Rockets.
Top 5. Maybe.
Vince, you say Vince would be top 5?
Maybe. I don't know. You got that was the, he was in a tough,
I don't know though. Yeah, that's a tough era.
Going. AI was still going. Yeah.
You had AI, Kobe.
And
Duncan I don't think he cracked the top 5. He he may have been like a borderline top 15.
Wow.
Because like you said, you also got the big men we got to talk about too. Like you got your Tim Duncan, you got Shaq, then you got like your power forwards too. Like I don't know.
Yeah, KG was in
KG, there. Right? You know what I'm saying? You had the ticket in there.
I'm with you.
Then you got your real small forwards. Like you had Paul Pierce. You still got Kobe.
Think
you still underrated. He's definitely underrated. You still got Paul Pierce, you still got Kobe. You got who else is I'm trying to think. Who else? Well, I would break T-Mac in there, of course. Then
Ray Allen for me as well. Again,
Ray Allen's in there.
I'd say Ray Allen's better than me.
Well, who else was a small forward back then? I'm trying to think. Because small forwards actually used to be big, like a real superstar position.
I mean, you got to put KD in there.
KD.
Yeah,
but not in that era. KD wasn't in that era with the same era as he wasn't in the same era as
Vince played a long time though.
Vince played
in the 2000s. Vince was still in his prime in the early 2000s. Yeah, at Toronto, he was still in his prime. Absolutely.
True. I mean, but that's that part. Like he didn't really care out there in Toronto. Like it wasn't like I'm taking over and I'm making this Vince Vince country. Huh? I mean that, but he didn't. I think they talk about like how sometimes he didn't want to he wasn't feeling it every night. So it is.
Well, that's not a good attribute for sure.
No.
So I can definitely agree with that.
And if you got him and T-Mac together on one team, they should have done a lot more with that. That should have been.
I hear you.
That's
But,
crazy.
So sometimes it's hard to figure that out.
I guess
But
so.
I can't argue that point. I mean,
Yeah.
they could have been better.
The fact that they cousins for real is crazy too. That's wild.
Yeah, but you talked about a guy that, well, you talk about people getting injured. Penny Hardaway, for me, should be in the Hall of Fame, even though the numbers don't show it. Just because for a window, he was that guy.
Penny was that guy for a time.
Yeah. Penny, in my opinion, if healthy, would have been in the GOAT conversation.
Yeah, he
Penny
was
that
one of
good,
those
man.
guys.
To me,
He was one of those guys. He was one of those guys.
Penny was. There's not a lot of guys who are dominant right away. A lot of guys. Some guys got to take a little time. But
Yeah.
Penny was a different kind of guy. Like
Yeah.
Penny had the whole thing.
Had the sauce, had the whole package for real.
He had everything.
Yeah, he did.
Everything.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those what ifs. Him and Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those.
A lot of people forget about Brandon Roy now.
Brandon Roy was that deal too. That's that guy.
Right there with him.
Brandon Roy was that guy. Yeah, he was.
Tough, buddy.
If it wasn't for that knee injury, it'd be.
It was a problem. He doesn't get a lot of fanfare like the others.
Yeah, because he played out in Portland, but he was a great combo guard. He could do everything.
That guy was tough.
He could do everything. There was, it was really nothing that he couldn't do. And he was an ultimate competitor out there. He was definitely in a scorer. He was a leader. Yeah, he was that guy. Yeah, he was that guy.
No, very good, very good. So, we got a little debate on some of the guys, but you could go through a whole bunch of guys that are on that borderline or argumentative, whether they should be in or not. But I just wanted to make sure we got these Golden State fans together, letting them know they only got one Hall of Famer.
Okay, let's see. I'm glad that we talked about that because I feel like I stated my case about at least they got at least two.
Two.
In
Steph
play.
And KD. KD. I know y'all don't want to count KD, so
yeah, Klay. I feel like they got one with Klay. I feel like Klay's in there, despite what you may think.
I'll let Klay in if y'all gonna say Hall of Very Good.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
But that's it.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Hall of Famer.
Hall of Very Good. No, Hall of Very Good. Change the name. Go look up the definition of fame.
We'll have to.
No, sir.
We'll have to give this to the people and let the people decide who is a Hall of Famer.
I'm waiting on them.
I think they gonna come on my side.
They came after me about LeBron and Bird, so I'm waiting on this crew to come through about the Golden State Warriors y'all love so much.
Yeah. The dynasty, the latest dynasty of the NBA. You mean
that's what you want to call
them? The team that changed the way that the NBA is played today. That team, the unbeatable team.
They changed the NBA. Got me here playing that dumb basketball, having layups and running to the 3-point line and missing. Yeah, got him playing dumb basketball. Can't even watch basketball. Just dumb for no reason. But I have to give them credit. All jokes aside, I have to give them credit. Even though they do shoot the ball, people really miss that. They really do play smart basketball. The State Warriors play very good, smart basketball with the movement, making the extra pass, playing together. And even Steph, if you watch very closely, if you're paying attention, you folks really get enamored about a 3-ball, but that's not really what he's doing. Like Steph shooting the mid-range, the pull-ups, the floaters, he takes it all the way to the basket, he gets fouled, and he plays very smart basketball, particularly when he gets into playoff time. Because he doesn't jack him up. Now, when he gets to the playoffs and he sees he's not hitting those shots, he changes his game and he doesn't jack up a lot. Then you may see that 1 for 1 or 2 for 7 or 8. See, he doesn't do what he do in the regular season. Regular season, a little entertainment.
Yeah.
So people come to see little, some fancy stuff. So he'll just keep jacking them up, and it don't really matter. But when we get the money time, playoff time, Steph shuts that down. Yeah, that series that they played Boston, that last one they won, he shut that 3-ball down when it wasn't those nights it wasn't going. He stopped shooting them. Very smart.
Yeah.
But see, the people don't pay attention to that because they don't know the game like I do.
Nah, they're not affording.
They get enamored with that 3-ball line, but it's not true. Even the Celtics last year was the same thing. Go watch the games.
Both of those teams also.
They shoot the 3-ball. Go watch the game.
But
that
both of those
ball wasn't going, and they stopped shooting it.
But they also, both of those teams, quiet as kept, their defense was also very, very good.
I like that. You're paying attention.
Yeah, that's what actually brought those championships. Right. Yeah, that's what brought those championships home.
Folks, these new young folks run in the gym, want to shoot 3 balls. They don't have nothing to do with winning.
No, they don't know.
I forgot. And the bad trainers.
Oh,
I'm back on them.
That's crazy.
But I'm gonna leave them alone tonight.
Oh, we got to talk about the next episode, though.
Oh, I'm gonna wear them out. Bad stuff, taking their money.
Little coach's corner. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that definitely. Absolutely.
I got something for the people.
I already know. Always, we always do.
Always.
Yes, sir. But this has been another episode of The Legend and the Bear. It's your boy Sees the Bear, and I'm with the legend Antonio Davis. And we're signing out. Make sure that you stream us, subscribe, follow. You can catch us on anywhere that you stream podcasts. So Apple, Spotify, iHeart, wherever. Like, there's not an app out there that we're not going to be on. So go ahead and stream us. Check us out on your workout, on your trip.
People.
Listen, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And let's build this community. But yeah, we're signing out for tonight. Coach, you got anything else for the people?
Hey, we just look forward to the next episode so I can give them some more of that schooling. I love schooling youngsters.
All right. And we signing out. Peace.